What's going on, ATL? ATL, what's going on? You back in the studio live with your boy, GM Dave the Captain. Man, we got a great show. A bittersweet show today. One of our coaches, Mike Smith, has been relieved of his duties. But, hey, the show must go on. The show must go on, man. Hey, bro, it's a bittersweet day today. But yesterday's game warranted the firing of today. The guys just didn't show up yesterday against Carolina Panthers.
Oh, absolutely. This season warranted the firing of today. But I agree. I'm a little disappointed. It's a bittersweet. I think he should have had some company.
I do.
You talked about it, I don't know, a month ago that we felt Mike Smith was going to be the scapegoat.
And he was.
Because Dummy Dimitrov disappeared all year. And that's what happened. And I'm a little disappointed. I'm happy Mike Smith is gone. He deserved to be fired. But Dimitrov deserved to be fired with him.
Along with him, yeah, exactly. And, but the product that was on the field yesterday, I think those guys truly quit. I think after they came out, Carolina was running the ball Cam Newton had a couple, kept the drivers alive. He had a couple first downs. Okay, that's fine. But they didn't go after Cam Newton until they got in the red zones. They let the guy go down the field. So I got to attribute that to coaching, man. Then you keep putting these same mediocre players when I see players clearly that's coming off the bench is being more productive. I don't know why number 94, Jonathan Massaquoi, is not getting the reps in the time that Corey Bimmer gets. And Hakeman should be getting more time. After what he's done the last few weeks with the block field goals, to tearing through the line, he made Jari Evans look like just an average player. And Jari Evans from New Orleans Saints is a 5-time Pro Bowler.
Right.
Those are kind of guys you got to get on the field. But once again, this BFF team has cost the head coach his job. Well, he actually cost his own job by not putting the right people in the right place because he's the ultimate head of the ship.
I agree. But at the same, like I say, he deserved to be fired. But at the same time, this team it's weak, man. They soft, and that's on the GM. Well, that's on both of them. Mm-hmm. That's on both of them. But the GM should have took part of that blame too, because we got out muscled, man. They just punched us in the mouth.
They did.
And repeatedly punched us in the mouth. They didn't stop.
No, they kept their foot on the gas all yesterday.
So they stumped us. Once we was on the mat, they stumped us.
Yeah.
So goes back to we don't have that toughness. We don't have those dogs, man. And with Mike Smith gone and Dimitrov staying, part of me feel that it's gonna be more of the same.
I think so.
So that's why I say he should have been gone too, man. We need a completely fresh start, completely new minds. Like I say, better scouting.
Yeah.
It should have been cleaned out across the board.
If Blank truly want to win a Super Bowl or rings, like he said today in his presser, he will clean house. My thing is you got a $1.4 billion stadium that he's building. Yes, he's paying $1.2 billion out of his own pocket. Well, hey, kudos to you, brother. You know what I mean? I could have built you something in the backyard for at least half of that.
No treehouse. Treehouse.
But man, I truly think if he really want to win, man, he gonna have to get rid of that mindset that came with Thomas Dimitrov. He gonna have to evaluate his scouting department. He gonna have to evaluate a lot of these coaches. You know what I mean? And bring in a coach that's highly motivated, that can lead men. And be honest with you, I would like to see a coach that have won a Super Bowl, but unfortunately, there's no coaches available, at least at this time, at least today, that has won a Super Bowl.
Right. And I agree. He got to change. We got to change the mindset. But basically, the same thing Blank said today. I kind of felt like I'd heard when he fired the coaches last time, and he wanted to get certain players in here, and none of that ever happened. So I feel he want to win too, but until I see some that encourage me that he truly want to win, I'm not buying.
It's gonna be hard to buy in next year.
You got to show me something.
We had a 4-12 season. You do the hard knocks life. The owner come out and call the players out that they're not tough enough or soft. Tough enough. you go into Hard Knocks doing all this freaking fighting, you know what I mean? And then you turn out a 6-10 season. And when teams come in more physical than you, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Carolinas, this last game, you cower up. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so you are soft. Right. And that's my team. I'm a fan that I leave here, but at the same time, if somebody call you out, you better I'm making damn sure if you hit me, I'm hitting you back.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm punching you back in the mouth.
Absolutely.
And they cower down, man. So it got to come from the coach and the GM. And hell, I got to even put it on the owner.
Right. It's everybody's fault, man. And like I say, but only one person I felt like got the blame for this. And that's the one who's no longer with the team, Mike Smith.
Exactly.
So like I said, I heard it before. Until I see something different, I feel more the same is coming. The only good thing is we do have a heck of a lot of money.
Yeah, we $35 million over the cap.
So that's a positive, but they got to use it correctly.
But with that, I see another 15 to 20 million over the cap, over the 35 million. Because Roddy should be. I would have Roddy restructuring his contract,
right? Or
he won't be here come March 1st when you got to cut,
right?
The big guard, Blaylock,
right?
I'm not paying you $7.6 million next year. You're gonna have to restructure. You won't be here. You know, no roster bonus. You know, and Sam Baker, I'm going at a injury grievance or injury settlement with him. He's a 10-man. He's been hurt. He got the biggest contract out of all of them. You know what I mean? I won't even restructure his contract. I would settle out with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Matty Ice, you got one more year. You're going to be restructured.
But we got a GM that ain't going to do that.
You know
That's what I'm saying. We got a GM who gave these bad contracts to these guys. So he's not going to go back. I believe he's soft. So he's not going to go back and restructure anything or... Because he's a puppet. So, man, forget Dimitrov, man. And I'm at the point where I'm like, the Falcons, they piss me off right now.
Yeah, I'm extremely pissed off with what I saw on the field. You know what I mean? That's what really, I'm pissed off with what I saw on the field, but then there's no moves. And last year, this whole year, we had right at $20-some million that we could have went and signed a few other players.
Right.
Dimitrov chose not to sign, not to bring the help. He's tried to stay with the same personality he had, instead of going to find a pass rusher, going to find some linebackers to help you when you saw you. Even when we was 2-6, I'd have been trying to bring guys in. Right. These guys didn't bring in nobody. He's stubborn. He's arrogant, and it cost his head coach's job. But at the same time, I hope he's not safe. I hope Arthur Blank don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe and let Thomas Dimitrov escape. Right now, it looked like Dimitrov might escape another year, but I hope he end up getting fired. I hope the coach that come in here demand the GM duties and get him about it.
And that's what it's going to take. The coach come in and going to demand a new GM, a new regime. Mm-hmm. But you got to have the right coach to demand that. You can't get another coach in here that's soft, that's just going to go along. You got to have a coach that demand that respect, and that's what it's gonna take. And if you get a big name, that's possibly gonna happen. I don't right now know ain't many big names out there. So.
Now Harbaugh going to Michigan, so
right? That's
a done deal there.
So it's kind of in the air. It's like if anybody we bring in here, we're gonna do that. And I've just seen that they was talking to Gase, which I absolutely do not want that hire.
Yeah, Adam Gase to me is another Josh McDaniel. You kind of say he's not ready, and I just don't feel he's incompetent. He's ready. I don't think he's ready for a head coach. And every play he called out to Peyton Manning get changed at the line of scrimmage, because Peyton called his own plays at the line of scrimmage.
Right, and those hires, McDaniels, Gase, they working with Hall of Fame quarterbacks and proven systems. Gase only been in Denver about 2 seasons, I think. Mm-hmm. So none of that is his doing. They were successful before he came in to play.
They were because Mike McCord was running
Right.
the thing before Mike McCord went to San Diego.
Right, so he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
And the same thing with Josh McDaniels. The Patriots been successful for a while. They haven't won the Super Bowl, but they've been in the playoffs and all that. So Josh McDaniels isn't doing that either. They done had multiple OCs come through there and still had the same success.
Exactly.
So neither one of those coaches I feel to be a good hire for the Falcons.
Exactly. What do you think about since Mike Smith is official out, now it's time to throw out names out there? How do you truly feel about Todd Bowles? Todd Bowles hadn't improved anything in this league besides being a defense coordinator. He was a solid NFL player from 1986 to 93. He got 23 years of NFL experience, but as for a head coach, he has none. What do you think?
It can possibly work. Like I say, I just don't know enough about him right now. Just basically kind of what I seen with his defense in the Cardinals, which was pretty solid, even though we torched him. But overall, his defense was solid. I just don't know the type of head coach he would be. I don't see the fire when we played him. I didn't see any fire from him. He looked kind of reserved.
He was stoic.
So I don't know. I possibly can be successful. I heard good things about him from other coaches. But is he ready?
Rex Ryan. What you think about Rex Ryan?
He's
Sexy Rex.
He's a fiery guy. You get a lot of national attention, I think, with Rex. And just like Bowles, I think your defense will be good. But again, I don't know about Rex either. I like him. I like the guy. And like I said, I think your defense will be tough. But you have to get a good offensive-minded guy to go with Rex, too. But just don't know. But he's probably the biggest name out there.
He's probably the biggest name out there. Now, out of all the coaching vacancies that's available right now, you talk about Oakland Raiders, you talking about San Francisco 49ers, you talking about Chicago Bears, Atlanta Falcons, and
Jets,
the New York Jets job. To me, if I'm a head coach outside looking in, you want to go with a foundation. I'm also looking at least Atlanta has their quarterback. They kind of have a receiving core. There's some tweaking that we'll have to do to get Atlanta there, but the core is pretty much there. So Atlanta job seems like it could be an attractive job, depending on who want to come here.
I agree. Out of all those teams you just mentioned, I think the Falcons are the most attractive job. I think San Francisco have a lot of talent. They don't have any money.
No.
So they're going to have to lose some pieces there. But in the same time, you don't know what you got in the quarterback either. So I think the Falcons are the Jets. They're in shambles. The Bears in shambles.
Oakland Raiders is a mess, even though they got a young quarterback,
right.
But you don't know what he is right now.
You don't. Only good thing, I guess, about Oakland, they got a ton of money.
Yeah, right at $60 million.
Can they convince anybody to come there? That's the thing, player-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. I think the Falcons are the most attractive job. I think we do have a foundation. Few minor tweaks, mostly on defense. And I think you're back in contingent. I think we got a lot of young players who I think have potential that didn't get the playtime under Mike Smith and this regime, who can possibly be studs.
And that's one reason I do fault Mike Smith.
Right.
That's the way I do fault. You didn't develop your young talent. And there's a lot of talent went out the door since he been here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I still I'm still disappointed of letting Chris Owens go. Mm-hmm. Because I really think he had potential to be a pretty solid corner. I think Dominique Franks could have been. He played lights out when we played Baltimore. You know what I mean? And I don't think that regime knew how to develop talent. I'm not saying Dimitrov gave them the best talent.
Right.
Because I'm not saying that. But what I think, the talent that he gave them, I think he could have got, Mike Smith and his coaching staff could have got more out of the players that was here.
I agree. And kind of piggyback off you, which said Dimitrov didn't give them the best talent. You sent out some very good information that we only have roughly about $30 million on our defense.
Spend on defense, yeah.
So, yeah, and that's the least out of all 32 teams in the league. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he didn't give him much to work with on the defensive end. They spent all their money on the offensive end. They got tons of money spent on the offensive end. But that defensive cupboard was bare.
It was bad, man. And then the money that you did spend, you gave me 2 big DTs that, okay, they supposed to came in here for run stopping. We still was, 18th in run?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't, new guys can't chase the passer down. You know what I mean?
Not a mobile quarterback, no.
Not a mobile quarterback. But you still didn't get me my pass rusher. You got me some still undrafted free agent linebackers. You know what I mean? And my DB core is still rookies. They still young. You know what I mean? Trufant was in his second year. Robert Alford still making rookie mistakes before he broke his wrist and he was out. Laurie can't stay healthy. He's down on the field every game.
Uh-huh.
You know, and Camille Ishmael was still young, even though I think he played solid when Wilmore was out. He was still young.
He's learning on the fly.
He's learning. He's OJ10.
Yeah, he's learning on the fly here. But yeah, like I said, it's a few young pieces, and I'm interested to see if they develop. If the next coach can come in and develop some of them guys. Like I said, I think I do like Ishmael.
I do.
I need to see more out of Trufant, even though he plays solid. I definitely want to see more out of Massaquoi. Get him on the field.
I would love to see him. Yeah.
He got the only hit on Cam Newton yesterday, and got very minimum snaps. So I think there's some pieces we can work with. We got to build. We got tons of money. Under the cap, so we got tons of money. We gotta put most of that on defense. We gotta sign like Julio and all them, but we gotta put some money in this defense.
We gotta put some money in it, but at the same time, we $35 million over the cap right now. Mm-hmm. So we plus $35 million. We can possibly, after a couple of restructures, get about another $15 million. We can be ready at $50 million over the cap. We can sign Julio. I do think if we sign him first, we won't have to give him the money that he gonna be demanding if Dez Bryant gets signed first and AJ Green. And he can't get the money Dez get anyway. Dez leading the league in touchdowns since he's been in the league as a receiver.
Right, but I think Julio is there with yards. I think at one point he was leading in yards.
He might be leading in yards, but I don't care if you got 400 yards a game. But if you only got one touchdown,
I understand.
It still equate a loss if my other team is scoring more.
I understand.
You know,
that's going to make him want more money if he leads in that conversation. Even though, like I say, Dez got the touchdowns, but if you got them yards, he going to be in the conversation because he proved that he can pretty much beat the corners. Quarterback got to get in the ball.
The quarterback got to
score too, because like I say, we all knew Matt Arm's strength isn't there. I think Julio can pretty much beat most corners down the field for the long ball. But I agree, you got to score touchdowns, but I think that's going to put him in the conversation. But I'm with you. I hope he get locked up first.
We do.
We've been saying that all year.
Mm-hmm.
So we can set that bar this year at that receiver position.
I hope we do. And with that bad contract with Roddy signing a $10 million a year extension, that was terrible. That was horrible. Knowing you had Julio and Harry Douglas coming up. You know what I mean? If you're going to keep those guys. I don't know if you're going to keep them, but there's no way I'm finna pay a 32-year receiver $10 million a year that's declining. He's declining. Roddy's declining. I like Roddy, but he been Mr. Atlanta Falcons since he's been here in 2005. But hey, man, you're declining now.
Yeah, in that game yesterday, he did have, I think, over 100 yards, but he had critical key mistakes, fumbles, and stuff like that. So, he can't get that much money. Yeah,
he going to have to look into it. But yeah, man, it was truly disappointing yesterday watching that game. A couple Facebookers, I call them, T. Chambers, Desai Jeffers, who teaches a Detroit Lions fan, hit me up on Facebook, talk about his Lions, which Ndamukong Suh gonna be suspended for one game.
Anyway, Stephen on Rod.
Yeah, he gonna get suspended for that. Right. Ndamukong Suh gonna get suspended.
And this a couple times. He always in some controversies, trying to step on people. Cheap shots, man.
Cheap shots. And Cam Newton found God, so God gave him a pass another week. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Man, I wish Matt Ryan would have found God. Because, that's Cam played like out yesterday. But Desai Jefferson, you can tell Cam Newton this ain't his house. This ain't his effing house, as he said on the field. You know what I mean? And maybe that next coach that come in gonna bring them dogs in, and we're gonna get at that bone.
Oh, we gonna see him.
Yeah, we'll see him.
They gotta see us, baby. We play them twice a year.
Yeah, we'll see him. So, you know, them two out there try to beat us up on ATL on Facebook, but you know, we everything ATL.
That's right. All day, every day, baby.
All day, every day. I don't even like to give them cats no props, but I had to call them out. Don't ever call me out on Facebook, because I be talking about you live on the radio. I call your name out.
You heard it here first, baby. The GM is hot.
Yeah, go call me out. Don't they know? Talking about where you at?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
here. We here.
Yes, sir. But I guess the only positive, like I say, we've been talking about, it's kind of bittersweet, but the only positive, we gained about 11 spots with not making the playoff, I guess. So we in for the draft.
Yeah, because we had to be at 21st, which
right. At least.
Yeah, and depending on how further we win the playoff, we'd have constantly been dropping.
Right. So we had number 8. So I guess that's the only positive of not making the playoff yesterday. And like I say, having the money to make some moves and to get a good young player in here. Hopefully they make the right moves and get the right players in here. That because I feel we're only a few minor moves away from being back in contingency. We talked about this quite a bit. A few tweaks here, and I think the Falcons can be back in contentions. I
think so. I think they're probably about 6 players away, 6 solid players away. You know, because the players that we got now can move to depth. I think Warlow and Bartu. I won't get rid of those guys. They're not costing me nothing. Right,
not right now. They on their rookie deal. They was undrafted, I believe, right?
Exactly.
And it's they only been in 2 years out of their 4-year deal, so they ain't costing no money.
So I'm looking back. If you could add a pass rusher and a half, one guy that can get me 12 to 15 sacks a year, and the other guy can give me at least 6 to 7 on the other side. You know what I mean? A pass rusher and half, 2 linebackers, and a DB, whether it's a safety. I prefer to have a safety because I don't trust Dwight Lowry.
Okay.
As being able to hold up. He did well, but he's a small safety against big tight ends, and I just don't think he can hold up for us, especially with Wilmo being out.
Okay, Jim, you got any names? We don't know who's going to be free agent. Well, we know who's going to be free agent, but we don't know who the team's going to let go right now.
Well, but, at this point,
any big names?
At this point, if I go as a pass rusher, I like Justin Houston. I do think Kansas City is going to try to franchise tag him.
Yeah, he's a monster.
But, you know, putting up 22 sacks yesterday would be great. He's a Georgia boy. Played at UGA. I think it would be great to get him. I know a lot of teams like to stay away from the domestic violence thing.
Absolutely.
But Greg Hardy, I think, trying to go at him now, you ain't got to pay him all that money no more because he hurt himself by missing a year of football.
And I think he's one of them dogs.
And he's one of those dogs that you can build around. As far as the linebackers, man, I do think Brandon Spikes would be a great addition to the team here.
Yeah, good run stuff. A big backer.
Big backer, and also I like the guy, the linebacker from Seattle that you was talking about,
Malcolm Smith.
Smith.
He's a balanced guy.
And as far as safety, I don't know right now who's out there who can truly contribute the way I would like for him to contribute.
Okay, what kind of safety would you look for though?
I want Wilmo can't do the hitting no more because his shoulder's gone. I need somebody who I need an enforcer.
Okay,
you know what I mean. I need a Cam Chancellor type. If you catch it, I'm gonna hit you. A TJ Ward. If you catch it, I'm gonna hit you. You know what I mean. Let you know, hey, this ain't because we got to change that moniker. We got to change that Atlanta Falcons moniker of being soft and timid. I want you, when you come across that middle or when you come in my zone, you get hit, regardless you catch or die.
I'm with you, Jill. Let me ask you a question though, man.
Okay.
With some of the moves you just mentioned at linebacker and everything, when you bring in like a old vet, maybe like I don't know, like a Lance Briggs, somebody just to kind of mentor a little bit.
Well, I don't know if I need a Lance Briggs if I'm bringing in Spikes and if I'm bringing in Malcolm. Because Malcolm got Super Bowl experience.
Right, but he's a little young too.
He is, but...
And Spikes ain't the oldest guy. I think Spikes about 28, 27 at this point.
Well, if I'm gonna bring in, I don't bring definitely not Lance. Lance just I don't think he can give me any production at the stage of his career right now. If I'm gonna need a veteran linebacker, might as well just keep what I got, which he's 10-man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't think I don't. If anything, what I will do is probably bring in a linebacker assistant, somebody like a Mike Peterson, who gonna get my linebackers in top shape. You know what I mean? Mike Peter, Brian Earl. I need somebody who I don't need them to play. I just need them to be an influence.
Right. That's why I was saying maybe a veteran, but okay, I can feel that. I think we need a veteran somewhere in this squad. I wouldn't look for them to play either. I just need them to kind of mentor guys more and kind of teach them kind of how to be a linebacker, especially if they done it at a high level.
Yeah,
for a minute to make some Pro Bowls and possibly in around a while. That's what I'm looking for, just to kind of help some of them younger guys out, teach them how to be a linebacker.
But then that'll depend on my coach, because it depends on what kind of coach I'm getting. I need a coach that can develop talent. We know that Mike Smith couldn't do it. His regime was not unsuccessful in developing talent, and maybe the GM or the scout team was unable to add the right talent for the scheme that they were trying to run.
And something else too. This kind of, I guess, broke recently there about how some of the players used to talk to Mike Smith on the field and used to curse him and basically challenge him. Some of the players challenged Mike Smith on the field. How you feel about that, man?
That let me know you're a weak leader. That's like me allowing my kids to talk to me any kind of way. That won't happen. It would be severe consequences for getting out of pocket. If I'm your leader, your employees shouldn't talk to you the way they want to talk to you.
Right.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean? You can't. It goes back to that old saying: you can't let the prisoners run the yard. The prison. The prisoners can't run the prison.
Right.
You got to be some structure. You got to be some discipline. And that's why I think Mike Smith lost the team. I thought Mike Smith had lost the team 7 years ago, about 2 years ago, before we went to that 4-12. Once we lost that NFC Championship in San Diego, I felt he had lost the team.
To San Francisco?
Yeah.
I believe the guys stopped believing in him. Mm-hmm. I believe they stopped believing in him. And I agree, man. You can't. When you the head guy, the coach, you got to command that respect. But we know he wasn't a true leader. Leaders are born. Mm-hmm. And Mike Smith just didn't have it.
He didn't have it.
He had a little fire early in his career, but he just didn't have it.
But he was the right guy for the job at that time.
Oh, yeah.
For what we was going through. The Mike Vick, we were still under the Mike Vick cloud. We were still, then the Bobby Petrino thing had broke. So Mike Smith, the good guy nature, everybody players coach, everybody in harmony. It worked for that. It turned the culture around at Flowery Branch. However, now we need to get back to the gritty nitty and them dogs, man, because this is football. NFL football is a gladiator sport.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to have gladiators to go out there and do this doggone thing to win. It's the survival of the fittest. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I got runway models out there, or want to be runway models, but I got this cat over here busting head, he gonna win out every time.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So it's kind of they talked about this morning. What you think about possibly trading for a coach?
I think that's disrespectful to a coach to trade a coach. You know what I mean? I think to me, you can trade a player. Players we can swap them out, but trade a head coach, man, that's terrible. That's terrible to me.
Okay, but it's all about winning.
It's all about winning. But okay, if you do trade for a coach, what you will have to give up for a guy who you're gonna have to give up picks. And this guy is not going to be on the field. He can't make up for none of those picks.
That's true. But what if it's like a proven Super Bowl winning coach? And the reason I'm saying this, they was throwing out scenarios this morning about possibly trading within the division with a Sean Payton, with New Orleans to get Sean Payton here because they so discombobulated down there with money, and we think Sean Payton. They think Sean Payton is kind of one of them guys who will bail out.
I think Sean Payton gonna bail out on him.
So, if it's worth it to give up a few picks to get a coach who, with his demeanor and a Super Bowl ring, in your opinion, you're a GM. In your opinion,
I like Sean Payton as a coach. I think he's arrogant as a person, but he's a great coach. He would be great. I think he would be great here offensively, but can he get this team to where it need to be? You know what I mean? He did well because I don't know, in his Sean Payton system, he like them quick, smaller, shifty quarterback, move around. We got a statue here. Matt can move a little bit, but not like a slide to the right and left like a Drew Brees would do.
Well, I think he can. I think he can. Matt showed me he got a little mobility. When we played the Saints, he can move a little bit to the side, and he ain't gonna. I think he can do what Drew Brees do.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
and that's my opinion. But
would you trade for Sean Payton?
Depends on what I got to give up. Depends on I can't give no mortgage the future, the bank.
Yeah.
But I think he's a hell of an offensive mind. I hate the damn Saints, and I hate him long as he in the Saints uniform. But I think he's a good offensive mind.
Yeah,
and that'll make our division enemies weaker.
Yeah, it will. It will. But much as I like Sean Payton as a coach, I prefer to look elsewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
okay.
look elsewhere. Because we know what he can do, what he gonna do. But I want to see if there's a diamond in the rough out there.
Yeah, the only thing is, it might not be a diamond.
It might be a Cuba's corner,
right? And then you done wasted, some years with that new stadium.
That's true.
I think the fans want somebody who's proven. I think the fans want somebody proven. I don't think they want to take another chance on trying to an experiment.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm a big believer. I think those guys will be okay. I think they'll be okay. Now, and I hope that they just pick the right guy. But you never know. It's just like a marriage, dude. You don't know if you got the right woman sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I do.
I'm with you. Me too.
You know, I got the right woman.
I do too.
I got the right woman, but some of them cats don't have the right woman.
You know as long as we don't go from Gates to McDaniels.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Adam Gates to McDaniels. No, I don't want to go that route. Gates to McDaniels.
Or a young college guy.
I don't want to do that either.
Only college guy I would consider if I was a GM is somebody like a Saban who done won multiple national championships. Anybody else, I don't think I would even consider as my head coach out of the college rankings. Yeah,
I can see that. I can definitely see that. So, but those guys, man, they got a lot of work to do out there. But I don't feel that the Falcons are that far off since you got the base. You got a core. You got an offense. You got a quarterback. You got a receiving core. Your line got to be solid. You got to get that iron out. You know what I mean? We've been decimated on the offensive line the last 2 years. This year we lost 5 offensive linemen. No team has ever bounced back the way I think we did. I think Mike Tyson did a great job with working with what he had.
Okay, so you kind of say we got the core, and I believe you. Believe you as well. I agree with that. But what happened? Who's at fault when we have games like yesterday when we don't score an offensive touchdown?
Head coach is at fault because at that moment when I see the momentum, Carolina got the momentum. You got to call a timeout. Your guys are flat out there. You got to call a timeout right there on that sideline. You got to bring all those guys together and reinforce what they're believing. Even my offensive coordinators, I got to reinforce, got to get you guys to believe. Because right now, out of the gate, Carolina came out aggressive, dominant. And we was flat, and nobody did anything to it. You know, in NBA, I look at it as the NBA. You know, when one team is on a run, the opposing coach be like, even if he's winning,
to break the momentum,
he'll call a timeout. You know what I mean? To break that momentum, to get his guys to regroup. And Mike Smith, at that point, when he saw those guys went up 7-3, and they had the momentum, you got to call, even before the 7-3, you got to call a timeout. You got to get your guys to regroup.
Yeah, but I think in football, the timeouts is so critical, too.
They are.
You're only having 3. I think people, in football, you rarely see a timeout called just to break momentum.
It's rarely that you do that, but at that point, you see what happened when he didn't do it. What would it hurt? What would it have hurt? We didn't score no more than 3.
Right, we didn't. That's why I'm like, who fault is it? I don't know, man. It's like you got so much talent, supposed to have talent, and they just they couldn't.
If my job is on the
ball.
line, if my job is on the line, and I know this is possibly my last game, this is my last audition for this team or this city or my audition for another, this is my last take that other people can see how I coach. I'm pulling out all the stops. I'm on the sideline mentoring folk. I'm on the sideline letting folk know what we got to do. I'm in your ear.
I agree, and I've been the same way. So do you think Mike Smith had just packed it in?
I think he packed it in.
Because he knew he was fired?
I think he packed it. I think the story that broke right before the game yesterday, when Arthur Blank has already hired, the Falcons have already hired a firm, Corn and Ferry. I think that broke Mike Smith's spirit, and he didn't care. He didn't care whether he win or not.
You might be right. I think it might have broken his spirit, and I don't think he's mentally tough enough to handle it.
Nah, you know what I mean.
So you might have been right, but man, it's heartbreaking though. The see for a fan, it truly is.
It's heartbreaking, man. And then that's the same thing, bro. Me and you talk a lot. If you my boss,
right,
and I know if I mess up or not do my job, you fired, and I really truly love you, I'm gonna do everything out there on that field to make sure that you don't. I don't just lay an egg to get you fired. The players didn't protect Mike Smith yesterday. They didn't show up. They was like, well, shit, he out there. I'm finna go to Barbados.
Yes, sir.
My wife punching at halftime. She was already setting reservation.
Yes, sir. They was on
They
the way
didn't
out, man.
do anything to help Mike Smith yesterday. You know what I mean? And if they said they truly cared for their coach and loved their coach, they sure didn't help him yesterday.
I agree. They surely didn't. They surely didn't, and that embarrassment didn't help him either.
No, that embarrassment didn't help him.
If I don't think Blank was on the fence about firing him, but that embarrassment definitely solidified it if he were on the fence.
I think that's what truly got him fired yesterday. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think he would have been fired anyway,
right,
but
I think he was done anyway. But if I'm saying if Blank had second thoughts and that game happened, that definitely solidified it. And personally, I thought that debacle solidified Dimitrov being fired.
I did
personally too, but it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah,
having that so far.
So, but we'll see, man. But like I said, it's a lot of coaching jobs out there right now. 5, to me, Atlanta is the most attractive job. I hate to see any man lose their job, Mike Smith, or anybody lose their job, because it's a lot of people affected when people lose jobs. His coaching staff gonna be some of those coaches guys not gonna be retained by the new coach.
Right.
He got to move his family. They got to move. They don't make the money Mike Smith made. They got to relocate. There's a lot of people that's going to be affected by this firing. So I really hate to see that, but at the same time, it's a business.
It's a business. It's part of coaching.
It's part of coaching, and all coaches get fired eventually.
Right, at some point,
unless you resign like Coward did. But he probably knew his time was being thin after 15, 16 years. But it's inevitable. If you coach long enough, it's inevitable.
Right. The league gonna catch up with the way you operate eventually. Right.
So, but hats off to the Falcons. Hats off, you know what I mean, to any team out there, man. That's that's losing their coach. I hope we get the best coach because I'm a Falcon fan.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I just like I say, I don't know. I don't know. Like right now, the best, probably the high profile guy is a Rex, but I do like Bose too. So we'll see, man. I'm with you. I just hope they get a good guy.
So who you man up?
My man up is I want to say Blank, but it's either Blank or Dimitrov, man. I need him to man up and take some blame too, or I need Blank to really man up and get rid of him, man, because he's at fault too.
I think so. I think Blank need to man up and fire Dimitrov, because he was. You know what I mean? And Dimitrov is a coward to me.
Right.
You canceled all your interviews this year, and you left Mike Smith out there knowing he can't cancel it. He gotta talk to the media.
He gotta.
But as a GM, you can cancel. You don't have to talk to the media, and you canceled all your interviews and let that man stay out there and high and dry. And so to me, Thomas Dimitrov, you're a coward.
Right. I got no respect for him either.
Yeah, I got no respect for Thomas Dimitrov. So hey, and eventually he will be fired.
Right. Calm as a mug. Man.
Yeah.
Calm as a mofo, man.
Exactly. So eventually he will be fired. But hey, ATL, it's we lost our coach today. New beginning, new regime coming in. But hey, I think the show must go on.
Yeah, the show must go on, man. Like I said, I'm a little pissed off, but that both didn't go. But I'm here for the long run, man. I've been a Falcons fan for a long time, and they just got to continue to rise up, man.
Continue to rise up, ATL. ATL, please support the show. You can go to Spreaker.com and follow us under the Atwell Brothers Entertainment. You can also go to YouTube and subscribe to us at Atwell Brothers. Or you could just go click on our show we always upload it at Facebook. So we appreciate y'all's support. We thank our sponsors. We really enjoy our sponsors. And look for many more in 2015. And we're just having a great day. And rise up ATL, rise up Atlanta.
Let us know, fam, what you think about this move, man. Rise up.
Holla.